This video is to show you how to perform a return authorization on a cash sales order with CloudExtend Excel for NetSuite. Before we demonstrate the use case, we will need to know what fields are required when uploading return authorization record for customer returns. Let's start by editing the template that we have created for demo purposes. When we build a return authorization template, we will need to add the following fields into the header level. In the header level, we will need to add the created from field, which references the cash sales number, and the transaction ID, which we will use in the item receipt and cash sale refund, and also order status to approve the return. And then at the item level, we will need to add the item, quantity, rate, price, tax code, and replace all field. So the replace all field is used if we were performing a partial return. When it comes to field requirement, these fields are the bare minimum when creating a return authorization record. You can add more standard or custom field based off of your NetSuite account. So now that we have a better understanding of what fields are required, let's start the return process. To begin things off, we will need the cash sales number to be referenced on the created from field. As you can see, I have the cash sales transaction number in another tab. Now we're going to copy and paste the cash sales number onto the created from field of the return authorization template. Next, we're going to copy the returning item, quantity, rate, price, and tax code and add it to the item level of the return authorization. Once we have all the fields filled out, we're going to go down to the Update button and select Upsert All Records. Once the upload is completed, the internal ID will generate in column B. If I want to return the data for transaction ID, order status, and item line, I'm going to go down to the Refresh button and select Refresh All Records. As you can see, the transaction ID, order status, and line has returned from NetSuite. Now that the data has returned, we're going to go to the order status field to update the status. If the return was approved, we're going to update the status to pending receipt. And once we update the status for all the rows, we're going to go down to the Update button and select the Upsert All Records. So now that the update was successful, we're going to go down to Refresh and we're going to select the Refresh All button. So if pending receipt remains, that means it's successful. So just to confirm, we're going to copy the transaction ID and we're going to go NetSuite and search for it in the global search. As you can see, it shows up there. We're going to select it. And as you can see, the created from the return authorization number and the order status has been uploaded successfully from CloudExtend. And if we go down to the item level, you can see that the item, quantity, rate, price level, and tax code have been uploaded successfully. Thank you for watching this video on how to perform a return authorization for a cash sales when using CloudExtend.